Zone 2 Cardio for better heart health and longevity. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Vital Living. If you've been training for a while, you've probably heard people talk about Zone 2 Cardio. It's become one of the most recommended types of training for heart health, fat loss, and longevity. But what exactly is Zone 2 Cardio? And why is it so important? Today, I'm going to give you a complete, practical guide to Zone 2 Cardio. We're going to cover what it is, why it's so effective for heart health and longevity, how to actually do it correctly, common mistakes people make, and how to combine it with strength training for the best results. This isn't going to be a video that tells you to run marathons or spend hours on the treadmill. We're going to focus on how to use Zone 2 training in a smart, sustainable way, even if you're busy and already doing strength training. So if you want to improve your cardiovascular health, build a stronger aerobic base, and support long-term health without burning yourself out, stick around. Let's get into it. What is Zone 2 Cardio? Zone 2 Cardio refers to low to moderate intensity aerobic exercise performed at a specific heart rate range. It's often called conversational pace, because you should be able to hold a conversation while doing it. Heart rate zones are typically divided into 5 zones. Zone 1. Very light, recovery. Zone 2. Light to moderate, aerobic base. Zone 3. Moderate to vigorous. Zone 4. High intensity, anaerobic threshold. Zone 5. Maximum effort. Zone 2 is the range where you're working hard enough to improve your aerobic system, but not so hard that you're producing large amounts of lactate. This is the zone where your body becomes very efficient at using fat for fuel and building mitochondrial density. Why most people only do high-intensity training? Many people, especially those who are time-crunched, default to high-intensity interval training, HIIT, or hard workouts because they believe it's more efficient. While HIIT has benefits, doing only high-intensity work has several downsides. It creates more stress on the body. It can interfere with recovery from strength training. It doesn't build as strong of an aerobic base. It can lead to burnout and overtraining over time. Zone 2 training fills an important gap. It improves your cardiovascular system in a way that high-intensity work alone cannot, while being much more sustainable and less stressful on the body. Benefits of Zone 2 Cardio for heart health. Zone 2 training is one of the best things you can do for long-term heart health. Here's why. It improves cardiac output. Regular Zone 2 work increases stroke volume, the amount of blood your heart pumps per beat. This means your heart becomes more efficient at delivering oxygen to your body. It lowers resting heart rate. As your cardiovascular system improves, your resting heart rate tends to decrease. A lower resting heart rate is generally associated with better cardiovascular health. It improves blood pressure regulation. Consistent aerobic training in Zone 2 has been shown to help lower blood pressure over time. It increases capillary density. Zone 2 training helps create more capillaries, small blood vessels, which improves blood flow and oxygen delivery to tissues. These adaptations are foundational for long-term heart health and reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease. Benefits for longevity and metabolic health. Beyond heart health, Zone 2 Cardio offers several benefits related to longevity and overall metabolic function. Improved mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. Zone 2 training increases both the number and efficiency of mitochondria, which is strongly linked to better energy production and healthy aging. Better fat oxidation. Training in Zone 2 improves your body's ability to burn fat for fuel. This can be beneficial for body composition and metabolic flexibility. Improved insulin sensitivity. Regular Zone 2 work can help improve how your body handles blood sugar and insulin, which is important for long-term metabolic health. Lower systemic inflammation. Consistent moderate aerobic training tends to reduce chronic inflammation, which is a major driver of many age-related diseases. Better recovery capacity. A strong aerobic base helps your body recover faster between hard training sessions and from daily life stress. How Zone 2 cardio supports longevity. From a longevity perspective, Zone 2 training is valuable because it improves many of the key systems that tend to decline with age. Cardiovascular function, mitochondrial health, metabolic flexibility, recovery capacity, ability to maintain muscle and physical function. While Zone 2 alone won't make you live dramatically longer, it's one of the most evidence-based forms of exercise for supporting health span, the number of years you live in good health. How to find your Zone 2 heart rate. There are a few ways to determine your Zone 2 range. 1. Heart rate formula, simple but less accurate. A rough estimate is 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. Maximum heart rate approximately equals 220 age. Zone 2 would be roughly 60 to 70% of that number. 2. Talk test, most practical. This is the easiest and most practical method. In Zone 2, you should be able to speak in full sentences, but you shouldn't be able to sing. If you can only say a few words at a time, you're probably in Zone 3 or higher. 3. Lactate testing or wearable data. More advanced options include using a chest strap and looking at lactate threshold or using devices that estimate ventilatory thresholds. These are more accurate but not necessary for most people. For most beginners and intermediate trainees, the talk test is sufficient and very effective. How long and how often should you do Zone 2? For general health and longevity, here are some practical guidelines. Beginners. Start with 2 to 3 sessions per week, 20 to 40 minutes each. Intermediate. 3 to 4 sessions per week, 45 to 60 minutes each. More advanced. 3 to 5 sessions per week, 45 to 90 minutes, depending on goals and recovery. Many experts, including Dr. Peter Attia and Dr. Andrew Huberman, recommend most people aim for 150 to 180 minutes of Zone 2 cardio per week as a solid target for long-term health. You don't need to do it all in one session. 2 30 to 45-minute sessions or 3 30-minute sessions can be very effective. Best ways to do Zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 can be done with many different activities. Incline walking on a treadmill, very joint-friendly and effective. Cycling, outdoor or stationary. Rowing. Swimming. Elliptical. Hiking. Light jogging, for those who are fit enough. For most people, especially those over 40 or with joint issues, incline walking is one of the best and most sustainable options. It's low impact but still provides a strong training stimulus when done at the right intensity. Common mistakes with Zone 2 training. Here are some mistakes people often make. Going too hard. Many people think they're in Zone 2 but are actually in Zone 3 because they push too hard. If you can't hold a conversation, you're probably going too fast. Doing too little volume. Doing one 20-minute session per week won't create meaningful adaptations. Consistency and sufficient volume matter. Only doing Zone 2 and neglecting strength training. Zone 2 is excellent, but it should complement strength training, not replace it. Both are important for longevity. Expecting fast results. Zone 2 improvements happen gradually over weeks and months. It's a long-term investment in your cardiovascular system. How to combine Zone 2 with strength training. For most people, the best approach is to combine both. Do strength training 2 to 4 times per week. Focus on progressive overload. Do Zone 2 cardio 3 to 4 times per week. Build aerobic base. Optionally add one session of higher intensity work if desired. A common weekly structure might look like: Monday, strength training. Tuesday, Zone 2 cardio, 45 to 60 minutes. Wednesday, strength training. Thursday, Zone 2 cardio, 45 to 60 minutes. Friday, strength training. Saturday, Zone 2 cardio or longer hike, 60 to 90 minutes. Sunday, rest or light walk. This approach supports both muscle strength and cardiovascular health without excessive fatigue. Realistic expectations and timeline. Most people start noticing improvements in energy, recovery, and endurance within 4 to 8 weeks of consistent Zone 2 training. Cardiovascular adaptations, lower resting heart rate, better endurance, usually become noticeable around 6 to 12 weeks. The benefits for longevity and long-term health are cumulative. The people who get the best results are those who make Zone 2 a consistent part of their routine for years, not just a few months. Who should prioritize Zone 2 cardio? Zone 2 training is especially valuable for people over 40 who want to protect long-term heart health. Those who currently only do high-intensity training or strength training. People looking to improve fat metabolism and metabolic flexibility. Anyone who wants better recovery between hard training sessions. Busy professionals who need sustainable training that doesn't destroy recovery. Final thoughts. Zone 2 cardio is one of the most underrated and highest leverage forms of training for long-term health and longevity. While it doesn't feel as exciting as heavy lifting or intense intervals, its benefits for heart health, mitochondrial function, metabolic health, and recovery are very well supported. The best results come from combining Zone 2 cardio with strength training, good nutrition, quality sleep, and stress management. Zone 2 isn't a replacement for these things, it's a powerful complement. If you're currently only doing strength training or high-intensity work, adding 2 to 4 sessions of Zone 2 cardio per week can be one of the best investments you can make in your long-term health. Start simple. Pick an activity you enjoy. Find your Zone 2 pace using the talk test, and aim for consistent sessions. Over time, the improvements in energy, recovery, and overall health tend to become very noticeable. If you want help building a weekly training schedule that includes both strength training and Zone 2 cardio, just let me know your current routine and goals in the comments. Also, if you have any questions about Zone 2 training, drop them below. I read pretty much every comment. If this video helped you understand why Zone 2 cardio is so valuable, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. We post new content every week about fitness, biohacking, longevity, and building a stronger, healthier body while living a busy life. Thanks for watching. Guys, I appreciate you. Add some Zone 2 into your week and give your heart and mitochondria some love. I'll see you in the next one.